Let's talk about round 22 of the National Rugby League. Storm take on the Eels. Jason Hoiles, who his very first assignment as a National Rugby League coach was to take on the might of the purple in Melbourne at Amy Park, and they were absolutely trounced. It was a day game. This time around, it's a night game, and they have improved out of sight. Absolutely out of sight. So we'll see how Part 2 goes with the Storm and the Parramatta Eels. They've got Munster coming back. You've got Pappy coming back. Noise around Pappy with this R360 movement. Jerome Hughes clearly out. They've ran with Tyron Wishart here, Brian.
Yep.
Any chance of an upset or no?
Look, you look at what they did last week. Obviously they beat the Broncos the week before. They were pushing the Raiders.
Yep.
I think Melbourne will be too clinical for them, especially with those Munster and Pat back, but I like watching them play. They're all playing for each other. You can just tell by the way they're all supporting each other. If there's a break, that's a good sign, right? When someone makes a break against you and you see those yellow jerseys back in, like we saw last week, they're getting back in numbers, which means they care.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. We've got the Dolphins take on the Warriors. We'll have the call. We've got the call of the Storm, the Eels too, by the way. So that's on SEN. If you're heading out to the grounds, always check the app to see if it's on Stadium where you can get it live. Otherwise, you can sync to the TV. All those options on the SEN app, but check on the app when you're at these games. Dolphins take on the Warriors. The Dolphins head to New Zealand for the first time to take on the Warriors. It's 4 versus 8, so the Warriors clinging by a thread in the top 4. Dolphins clinging by a thread in the top 8. Massive game. Big outs for the Warriors. Chanel Harris-Tavita, James Fisher-Harris, Wade Egan, all out for the Warriors. Capable replacements, so mind you. Dolphins welcome back Felice Kafusi, Cody Nikorima, and Mark Nichols. Look, I'm still siding the way of the Warriors, Brian, but are you different to that?
No, I am. Only because they've had their issues travelling. The Dolphins.
For sure.
Play outside.
They've been better this year, must be said, though.
I just want to have a look at that. What day are they playing?
They flogged the Dogs down here, didn't they, the Dolphins?
Is it, what day are they playing?
6 o'clock Friday.
Friday. Okay, well, there is rain. 50% chance of rain.
They go media.
Yeah, which suit the Warriors, I feel.
Okay, and 6 o'clock in New Zealand, by the way. That's 8 o'clock here, so it's a late game. Late game. Broncos and the Rabbitohs. Adam Reynolds comes up against his former club. What a way to do this. So Adam Reynolds needs just 4 points, boys, to be only the second player in history to join Cameron Smith in the 2,500 points club in the National Rugby League. So it would be quite fitting if he could achieve that against the Bunnies, where he scored the bulk of those points. Ben Hunt plays game 200 for the Broncos, that is. So for the Broncos. And, in the event of emergency break glass, they've broken glass, and Selwyn Cobbo is back into the side. Dean Mariner, Yanasoi is back into the side. And really the Bunnies, they're in trouble because so many outs, Brian. Jack Whiten missed that suspension appeal. So when I say missed it, he failed in his endeavours to get it off. So the 3 weeks becomes 4 weeks. Davida Totola is out, and that just adds to the longest list almost we've ever seen in history of stars out.
Yeah, Jackie Whiten fought at the judiciary, tried to get off, not even a downgrade, and got whacked with another 4 weeks. I mean, you never know. You never know. The way they defended, it's going to be extremely hard to back up that effort.
That's the concern, right?
Back up the effort, and they're going to play the Broncos. It's a big stadium. They've got all these. There'll be 30,000 there. I'm not going to say it's going to get ugly for the Bunnies because I feel Wayne's got them at least competing.
Yeah.
Just class is going to.
Yeah, I kind of feel.
No spine. There's not one spine.
No.
Player or cartel player as well in this.
No.
No Latrell, no Cody, no Humphrey.
Jai Gray's there, who's a goer.
Yes.
He's a goer.
Yeah, and
you know what, Brian, sorry. I'd be really tempted next year just to go all in on Jai Gray and say, Latrell, back to the centres for you, mate. We're not getting enough game time out here. Vossi was saying that in the 4 years he was at the Roosters, he played 70-something games, and in the 6 years that he's been at the Bunnies, he's played 60-something games or something along those lines. I'm sending him back to the centres. And I've said this for a long time. Just go with Jai Gray. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and then you can get the coach, Wayne, to say, right, Latrell, you can do exactly what Tommy does at Manly. Play both sides.
Yep.
When you get down there, and because they go favouring left, obviously he's on that side, but when they go to the right, just sneak in just become a support. Maybe we can play on a little inside play.
Yep.
Who's going to stop Latrell?
Correct. And he's at his very best. It's not at the backfield. He loves to pass it off there. Yeah. It's not at defensive stuff at the backfield either. He's hardly been a superstar there. It's in that red zone. If he's 20 metres out and anywhere near the ball, it is panic stations. So you don't need him playing fullback.
You can imagine them sweeping to the right.
Of course.
From a big, long shift, and he just looms up inside Cody and gets him Cody gets Latrell one-on-one. Even if not, just hold him up. That'll hold the defence up, and then they can play out the back to the right, to Jai Gray.
But you know what, Brian? So with these elite athletes like Latrell Mitchell and like Tommy Trbojevic, right? They've got these big levers. They're such powerful athletes. And it's not just the game. So even when you train at fullback, right, your workload training at fullback, even just doing like captain runs and jumping around the ball, as opposed to just standing in the centres, your load throughout the year is far less.
Of course.
So they've got to consider with these power superstars like Latrell, like Tommy Turbo, put them at centre, just and then roving
Not
commission.
Raving. Well, you can be Ravo. He gets full of Garys. Off you go.
How good would a raving commission be? Anyway, so that's how that's shaping up. Jamie Humphries comes back into the side, and Lewis Dodd's back in the side now. He was out, and you're back in.
What?
If you're out wide, let him slide, but he's back in, I think, Brian.
I thought, who was the young kid? Was it Ward?
Ashton.
Ashton. I thought he was okay.
Yeah.
See the little kick across he did for, I think it was Munro.
I think
he paid off.
Well, he's the future.
Gerringong line.
Yeah.
So do we throw him in?
Don't mind this one, Brian, as your wacky team's firing up in a major way. So it's Arnold Schwarzenegger's birthday today. Is he 78? Is that right?
Yeah.
78. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I like it.
Schwarzenegger. Canara Cowboy. We don't mind that. Dragons take on the Raiders. The Raiders have a great record against the Dragons. They head to Wollongong. They're chasing win number 10 on the bounce. Oh. And as Brooksy says, out of their top 30, there's 10 top flight stars for the Dragons unavailable. They've lost 4 straight matches. Most of those, well, all of them, very close, in fact. And Flano stuck solid. King Tonga and Flanagan will be the halves once again. King Tonga would have to get himself a lotto ticket. He didn't have the game of his life last week, but he has stuck with him, so that shows great promise in the youngster, and hopefully he can bounce back. Jaden Sewer's a big out, though, Brian.
Jaden Sewer, I think this could be 11 in a row. For the Raiders, unfortunately, 10 in a row. But I may as well give them 11 because they're going to win next week as well. They're going for the 11th. 10 and 11.
2 for 1 deal. Seagulls take on the Roosters. You're going to be there for the Gotcha for Life Cup, Brian.
Yes, get around and heckle us.
Can you, speaking about the heckling part, can you maybe get them for social media, for YouTube, right?
Okay. So
YouTube.
I had to borrow a pair of boots.
Yeah.
Listen up, because I played last year and I had to wear my golf spikes.
Right.
And it wasn't great out there. So I said to Sugar, have you got some, thinking you're going to give it to me, thinking your sizes, and it's your young bloke, Pax. How old's Pax?
So Pax is just turned 14 like the other week.
Size 13.
Yes.
Hung like a mule, they reckon, too. So I'll be wearing these purple and pink boots, which is never my game.
No, but he gave you his last year's boots. They were size 12.
Size 12.
But they were black, very safe boots, which you like.
Safe.
Right, so you've got the option.
These look a bit low. So I think I'm just saying the studs on them.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to hold my wicked left foot step.
Well, Brian, you've got options, right? So listener, he can go with the tight, conservative black boot, or he can go with the very comfortable, Larry pink boot.
And Brookie's, I used to be a mud bath in the old days. I think they've cleaned it up, except for the asbestos. So I think I might go with the Asics purple.
The purple. Yeah, I would too, Brian. I would too.
They smell like rugby league.
Yeah, they smell like rugby league.
Not rugby union.
You know what? There was I think, did I share this with you, Brian, where somebody was asked about post-career, what do you miss the most? And they said, I miss waking up with all these scratches and cuts and bumps and bruises on me. I didn't even feel them in the game.
No.
You don't.
No.
Like, you wouldn't even know what tackle or where they came.
No.
It just sort of happens, doesn't it?
That's the that is the adrenaline going.
The adrenaline. You don't feel any of it.
No, I you know what I miss, and I've spoken about this before. When you get the knock on the door from the touchy.
The heart rate just goes up a bit.
And you just go, oh, geez, it's fair income now. So you can be joking around. We go, oh, geez.
2 minutes.
I've got to tackle Terry Hermanson in a second. Oh, gosh, I don't want to do that.
Oh, no, I've only got 2 minutes to move Lalo and Milford on the other wing, so I don't have to mark Vainicolo. Okay.
And I'm wondering, do the touchies come in now? Can someone tell me, maybe some current players out there, the touchies still coming in, checking the boots.
And the fingernails?
Yeah, fingernails, gives you your fingernails.
Yeah.
And they used to put your boots
up,
and they just rub their finger on the back.
Bang,
of it. Yeah, good to go, mate.
Good to go. Otherwise, get the file out.
Good stuff.
Seagulls and the Roosters, Got You for Life Cup. We've got Beaver Menzies joining us very shortly. Daly Cherry Evans comes up against his future club. This is 9th versus 10th. 9th versus 10th at 4 Pines Park. Billy Smith back into the side again. Can we just get a good run for Billy, please?
Well, that was his lemon last time.
I know.
I spoke to him. He said I was fine.
Oh, was he?
He said I was good as gold.
Okay. Yeah, well, I just hope he's such a great player. Hugo Savala comes back for the Chooks.
Big in.
So he's got a point to prove against Daly, hasn't he, with regards to next year?
Rip his head off, I say, Hugo.
Must win for... Did I share the post-Melbourne Storm stat?
No, share away.
So...
about if you play the Storm...
Once you play the Storm...
Hit me.
15 of the 16. So 2 of the teams had to bye the following week. So they didn't have to play the next week.
Yes.
But of the 16 teams who had to back up the following week, 15 loss.
Oh, gosh.
Only the Warriors won, right? So the Warriors snuck home in a very scrappy win by 2. So the Melbourne Storm...
Take it out of you.
They take it out of you. Now, if you think about this, Brian, so this is Manly taking on the Roosters. Manly beat the Storm.
Manly taking on the Roosters, yes.
Manly beat the Storm and then got flogged by the Bulldogs.
Flogged.
Last week, the Roosters played who?
Melbourne.
Yeah.
So 15...
Of 16.
Oh, well, this is, that's a good, smart way to bet.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose more. Sorry about that tip before, too. I think it was red hot.
Yeah, well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Nah,
you win some, you lose more, Brian. For free and confidential support,
not
visit
always,
gamblinghelponline.org.au. Must-win game, of course, 9 versus 10. I've done my ladder predictor, which we can get to a little bit later on, but I do have the Seagulls making the top 8. So
Sharks?
4th. I got the Sharks running 4th.
4th?
Yep. Got the Sharks running 4th.
We're getting bullied, by the way, listen up.
Okay, righto. Titans and the Panthers. Panthers head to the Gold Coast in search of their 8th straight win. Oh, this is a great story. This is the story. If they can somehow make it 5 on the bounce after having midpoint of the season coming last, that is the story, and I'd love to see it. West Tigers and the Bulldogs. Lockie Galvin. Now, Brian.
He'll get booed every time he touches the pill, and boo.
I shared this on Get 'em Onside, right, with Dan Ganane and Sean the Trader. Blatant plug. Lockie Galvin, I reckon he scores.
Okay.
What does Galvin do? So
kisses the badge.
Does he do the badge kiss?
Kiss the badge.
Does he do the shush?
Yeah, the shush.
Does he do one of these sort of things?
Or the ear grab, the Hulk Hogan ear grab?
Or do you instruct him as a Canterbury and say, mate, just if you score a meat pie, be humble and play it down? How does this play out?
What if he does claws out?
The claws out?
Yeah, flips it back on him.
What do you think? What's your tip?
My tip, it'll be kiss the jumper.
He'll be booed all game, and then he'll be doing the silencer.
I'm tipping Royce Hunt takes his head off.
Do you?
Really? I'm so glad he's back because I just want to see him get absolutely pummeled.
Oh, because he's a mad tiger, folks.
I know he's a mad tiger, but look, he wanted to. You can't. What?
It's the Ellery Hanley incident.
Oh, yes.
The Ellery Hanley incident.
Hunt on Galvin, 1988.
Wow.
Reverse Hanley.
14%
payback
interest rates. $1.40 schooners. 60-cent loaf of bread.
I remember Gwen. Anyway, we hope that doesn't happen, by the way. I can't wait. How many runs for Jacob Kiraz?
How many metres?
How many metres, how many runs? It's 25 plus runs.
I reckon. What is it in basketball?
Triple-double.
Triple-double. Okay. Give me the triple-double.
Yep.
Offloads.
Yep. 5 offloads is big, isn't it?
Tackle bus.
Was that
I want tackle bus. So he's going to do the triple-double.
Okay, triple-double.
Let's set it. Meters 200. Are we happy with that?
200.
200
yep.
or higher?
I reckon, 250.
For the triple-double?
Yeah.
You can't
go
be
200.
Do it in basketball.
Okay, 200 runs.
200 runs.
200 metres.
200 metres.
So, therefore, we're not doing runs now.
I'm doing offloads, 200 metres. I'm doing offloads, has to be 7.
Okay, and the third metric has to be tackle breaks.
Tackle bus.
Tackle bus. That's the triple threat.
10.
We're starting a new metric in rugby league.
Yes.
It's called the triple double. It's the
Triple double.
Is it triple double? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, triple double.
Triple double.
I'm using it.
Okay, so it is what officially
200. You got to run 200 metres.
200 metres.
You got to do 7 or more offloads.
Oh, five's plenty.
No,
five's plenty.
Kraz is popping them out his blood
Nah,
everywhere.
five, but for the general game, five's enough.
Not for general. We're going hard. 7 offloads, 10 TBs.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can do that, you'll get special prizes.
Okay, I reckon that's too big for a regular
Tell you what I'll do.
double, but I like it.
I will go to your house and I will paint 2 yellow lines down the middle of your road, wherever you live in the world.
Paint it down the middle of our house. We're about to knock it down. Go for your life. 1300 01 1170 or text 0457 736 736. Jarome Buller, the dream team, is back. Sharks take on the Cowboys. Rat is going rogue in Cronulla, so just keep an eye on him on Friday. If you see him down there, report in when you do the roll call with myself and Scopey. Britt Nicker is back from that HIA.
Yep.
Talakai's back from the flu.
Yep.
And Jakey Clifford, the big red dog, he returns to the Cowboys halves alongside Thomas the Dearden.
Yeah. Can you see an upset West Tigers Bulldogs? Can you see it?
Surely can. Surely can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
I can't.
What the hell was that?
Scopes upset alert. Friday.
Do it again.
Yeah, I can't. Was that you doing that? Who was doing that? It was like a ventriloquist.
Recorded it on Friday.
Oh, okay.
What happens on this Friday goes weird. You get up to some weird shit on Fridays, I've noticed.
Yeah, up next.
And I love it. I want to be part of it.
Up next, I'm going to give you my top 8 and how week 1 of the finals could potentially look like, folks. It is ladder predictor o'clock. But up next, of course, to take past all of that, Brian, there is Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, he's in the team.
Yep.
We've got Tony Lockett from the Cowboy, Jade Hurley, Ruby Sims, Mort Ringo Starr, and Bruce Venicolo, Benny said.
I did.
Mad Brucing. Peter. Oh, yeah, Peter Brockring.
Keep them coming through. And by the way, for those...
What does this mean for Dunny? So fair to say Shane and Braith aren't sweet. What does that mean?
Shane Richardson?
Shane who?
Flanagan.
Shane Flanagan.
Why aren't they sweet?
Ilias.
Oh, okay.
What did they have a blow up on?
Maybe.
No, he came out Braith and was very strident in his defence of
What a strident
Lockie
mean?
Ilias. Very stern, very...
You got good words.
In his
Convivial?
defence
He was opposite of convivial.
in support of Ilias to be playing first grade based on what he's done going back to reserve grade.
Break and back with more.
Now you can win tickets to the NRL finals also. All you have to do is head to the SEN website at sen.com.au/win and predict the top 8 in the SEN NRL ladder predictor. Now, I've done this, folks, and this is how I see the finals shaping up. What do you think of these matchups? Week 1, the minor premiers of the Canberra Raiders will host the 4th-placed Cronulla Sharks in Canberra. Thoughts on that fixture, Brian?
I don't. I can't see the Sharks finishing 4th, but I'm going to support you here.
The Melbourne Storm at Amy Park, they had to win the last game against the Broncos, where normally they'd rest players. They take on the Bulldogs at Amy.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a...
You like that?
I do like that. I feel someone's going to go out the back door.
Well, elimination time here.
I just feel like I'm like one of those top 4s.
Well, that's, for sure.
Zing, zing.
Top 4.
Well, we know for sure that 2 of them are going to be in that situation.
Yeah, but I think bang, bang, loss.
Yeah.
See you later.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
Ta-da the goose.
Warriors to fall in 5th.
Warriors to fall in 5th against
the Brisbane Broncos at Go Media Stadium. Possibly. And if you're out wide, you let them slide. Panthers at CommBank Stadium
finishing
to the
6th.
Seagulls. Yes, in 6th.
Okay.
In 6th. So
that's
no
Dolphins.
No Dolphins for me.
Okay.
And I've also got Knights fans. I've got the Knights getting the spoon. But that's my ladder predictor. So you have a crack at sen.com.au/win and predict the top 8 in the SEN NRL ladder predictor. If they're out wide, let them slide, Brian. If they've got a mo, let them go.
He's on the phone.
Claude. Let's go, folks. The great man here, Seagull legend, Stephen the Beaver Menzies. G'day, Beav.
G'day, boys. How we doing?
Oh, we're going great, Beav. Now, I know you've got a bit of a spring in your step, so let's clear the air, first of all. Give your business a plug.
Menzies Finance, home loan specialist. That's all I need to say.
That's it. How do we get in contact?
Check it out.
How do we contact you, Beef? Is there a website?
Is it a website? menziesfinance.com.au. Go check it out and put in your details, and the Beaver will give you a call. That's all I can do for you.
Now, does the Beaver turn up? So, are you getting many people saying, "Oh, I'm just going. I don't even want a loan. I just want to. I just want to hang out with the Beef." Is there a few tire kickers, as they say in the industry?
No, look, there's a couple that come through and here we go. Someone wants to refinance and they just say, can you sign my footy card? And you go, well, not really. But as you boys have you say on air, if they've got a mo, let them go. Like that's
correct.
If it's out wide, then it's not. Now, Beef, now on Saturday at half-time, we're going to be in the Gotcha for Life Cup. Which is obviously a great charity. Gussie Warland does it. It's talking about getting the awareness of suicide prevention. So, but you and I are going to be playing touch football. Now, I found it very strange when I looked at the team lists, and I looked at Lane Beachley's team.
Are you going to say the same thing? Yeah.
And I slid
Cliffy's
down.
on the other side.
Cliffy's on the other side.
How does that happen?
So I know that you are going to score 0 tries.
Well, did you ever pass the ball?
Yeah.
Pre-contact?
Hey, just for the fans, boys. Just for the fans, I think what you need to stage, right?
Yes.
Like, whilst they're in opposing sides, at some stage, Cliffy's got to throw the intercept to Stephen Menzies.
Yeah. I think we're going to do that. Wait, are you going to take your boots? Like, are you going to wear footy boots? Because I was just discussing this with...
Well, I think so. I was just looking at it prior. I thought we were doing pre-game, but half time there's going to be lots of people watching. So
that's right. That's what we're down there for, Beef.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
You won't embarrass yourself.
I think you need footy boots. Otherwise, you're going to slip over and look even sillier than we potentially could.
Now, Beef, I want to ask you this about the Manly Sea Eagles. I'd imagined in your career you were offered to leave Manly. Did that ever happen to you? No, I don't want to talk about Super League. After Super League, was there any clubs interested in the Beeve leaving Manly?
Yeah, the Roosters, of course. They had a couple of good offers to go to Parramatta and the Roosters.
Yes.
And it was, it's always for more money, but I didn't want to play for them. I wanted to play for the Sea Eagles. And,
okay.
That's...
No, I understand that. I understand that. Jakey Trebojevic is the same. So when you see someone like a club legend who's played all their football there and now got most games in Daly Cherry Evans, does it irk you a little bit, or you just say, mate, it's best let him do what he wants, do as you please?
Now, well, I think everyone has different reasons and different things. Why people do things.
Yes.
So until you know the exact reasons and ins and outs of why and how it all happened, and I think it's hard to say, well, if that was me, I would do that. And everyone's got their own circumstances, so it doesn't irk me.
No, okay.
Everyone just has a decision, and that's what they do.
I'm just thinking, is it going to ruin his legacy? Because he's won a comp there, he's made his name for himself there. Do you feel that maybe just when it all happened, Manly could have just said, we'll give you a 2-year deal, be more upfront?
Well, this is what I'm saying. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. There's how long are you getting? What's the amount of money? Like I said, there's lots of different variances. And you left, Fletch. You left a couple of teams, didn't you?
No, that's the one. I got speared by Ricky. Ricky came in and just said, see you later.
Did he?
You did the leaving and then you got kicked out. Is that the right?
So I wasn't like you. I didn't get an offer.
And there's different reasons, right? The reasons why someone leaves or someone doesn't leave. I think it's
fair enough. Spoken like a true mortgage broker there, Beef. Very, very...
Well, I didn't drop any rates in, but yeah, you're correct.
That's right.
Let's talk about... Are you going to do anything in this touch football game?
Listen, Beef...
Should I be running around near you?
No.
Are you going to pass me the ball? I'm in a hole...
Nah,
I'm going to pass it to me.
You'll be fine. We've got plenty of ball players. I'm the captain, and I'm just going to be steering you around.
What you playing?
I'm playing. Of course, I'm playing. But I need you out. You're still playing touch, so I need you to take over. I don't know. We've got Gussie Warland. I don't know how he is on an overs play, but I imagine he's not great. So maybe we just get you marking in front of...
We'll get him on an under. On an
unders, yeah.
Hey, Beav, you played recently in the State of Origin for the touch. How'd you go?
Yes. Yeah, we got it done.
Oh, you got it done.
2-1.
Yep.
We won the touch. Yeah, we got it done.
Beautiful.
Won the first one, won the second one. We couldn't finalise with a 3-0 whitewash. But they're all close games. First one went to a drop off and we got it done, and it's good fun, as you know, Joel. It's very competitive, even for old blokes. But we get out there and we think we can still run, and you obviously look at it on TV or a replay, and it's not what you think.
No, but you're looking fit. You're looking fit, Beav. What are you doing to keep your weight off? Because I don't reckon. All right, I'm going to say that your weight from when you played, higher or lower, within 5 kilos. Would I be spot on there?
Yeah, it's within a couple.
I know.
Yeah, about 100. 100. Yeah.
What do you do? What do you do for yourself? Why are you so fit? What are you eating?
I'm a fitness fanatic, as you know.
I do know that.
I have sports that I like to play, like touch footy. Good genetics obviously helps.
Yes.
But, just find something you enjoy doing, whether it's the gym or going to play some touch footy, and you got something to focus on.
Beautiful.
Simple.
Hey, Beav, 2 questions in one. Having been at the pointy end for so many competitions, where's this Manly team at? Can they make a run? And who do you see as the other 2 teams most likely to win this competition?
Well, obviously the Dogs on the weekend. I thought the Seagulls, even though the scoreline didn't look like it, I thought they were in it till half-time, till 20 minutes after half-time. They're close, and it just shows how close the comp is. I think they can compete with the best of them. There's a couple of chances. I think we let an early try in a little bit easy, didn't take a couple other chances, and in this comp, once you lose momentum and it starts going against you, it's hard to come back. So, look, they're in and around. Obviously, Hoiles getting injured didn't really help the scenario. We need everyone fit and firing, but the boys can get in the semis and they can compete with the best teams. They just need to put it all together through finals. Who's the tough comp? I'd love to see the Raiders go all the way. I haven't seen a lot of them play, but I think they'd be a fan favourite. If your own team couldn't win, surely the Raiders, to see them get up, it'd be good, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, or Warriors.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the Warriors win.
Warriors, yeah. Anyone. A couple of those underdogs that are doing real well, I'd like to see them. Have a deep run into the semis, see what they can do.
I'd actually like to see Penrith win now.
Just for the story.
Just for the story and just for 5.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Like, that is ridiculous, especially how they were going after, 5-10 rounds.
Yeah.
They're gone. Good run, boys. See you later. They can still play. The Bulldogs are playing well. This is one of the Melbourne Storm. They'll always be there or thereabouts. This is one of the best comps we've had in years. It's the last 4 or 5 rounds. Who's building momentum? That's who I'm going to start liking.
Beav, what about the move of Tommy into the centres? Do you think it's going to be permanent now on the back of, Lehigh's just a gun? Or do you think once he's fully fit and he's got the Ks under his legs, they're moving back to fullback?
I think it's a tough one because you've got to shuffle everyone around. So Tommy's one of the best fullbacks in the game. What he can do is, Lehigh is an elite player. You need both of those guys in your team, so you just got to work out who plays centre. Does Lehigh play winger? Who plays fullback? It's what I would like to see. Yes, you're all on the team and you have that number on your back, but don't stand there. If something's on, go and Tom, I would need Tom, if you're playing in the centres, I need you there 8 times a game when we shift the ball to you. The rest of that time, do what you want. Go and pop up on the left, in the middle, hang around, go play. That would be, give him, I don't know what he can do, but that's, for me, that would be go and be wherever you need to be. Use your instincts, use your skill. Let's get some quality ball into his hand. That'd be good to see.
What I was saying before, Beav.
I reckon you've got to have him both on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying before, Beav, to Fletch is the likes of Tommy Turbo and Latrell, for example, big limbs, big, powerful athletes, have a tendency, unfortunately, to get injured. You don't really need them 24/7 doing big kick returns and chasing defensive lines all over the park. Really what you need from those two...
They do a lot of running. They do a lot of running. You're right. They're back and forth in defence. They're running so much. You know how, they do the most Ks. I'm not up on my stats, but I would assume they would be doing more Ks than anyone on the field.
Yeah, so there's nothing to stop you throughout a game. Tommy even saying, hey, Leo, we're up at that end now. There's 30 metres out. Hey, Leo, pop into the centres for me for 2 minutes. I'm going to run, that's the most efficient way, I think, to use these guys and to avoid more injury. And I was saying, Beaver, that even when you're just training, the amount of Ks you're covering defensively and supporting your forwards. And anyway, that's just my two bobs. What would I know? What else we got?
I like it. No, yeah. I like it. Yeah, turn up where you need to turn up. Use those instincts because he's an amazing player. But part of the reason he's amazing, not athletic and vision of passing and catching, is his instinct. Where do I need to be? What's on?
Yep.
Hey, there's a chance on. I'm going to loop onto the other side and pop up for an offload or anything like that. You give him half a chance, he'll make something of it. You know what I mean? You give him the ball when there's 2 or 3 defenders and it's not the best position and you're thinking, he needs to do more. But you give him the ball in a 50-50, 60-40 chance, that's when you get the best out of him because he'll make something happen. That's how the great players work.
Now, Stephen, give us an indication on where these rates are heading because I know you and your mortgage brokers, you go into saunas, you get in there, you all have a chat, you talk about inflation numbers. Where is the next interest rate coming? When, and how much?
0.25, I think. Maybe next month. If not next month, if not the one after. You'll get one in the next couple of months.
And where do you see it? Where is it going to finish? How many do you think we've got? Will it be a 4% or 0.5% by the time we're finished?
No. By the time we're finished, when we're not here anymore. Well,
no.
When
it stops, where's its par level? Where's the par?
It could be 2 years.
Yeah. Where's the par level?
It could be 2 years, maybe a percent down.
Okay.
I can't see.
All right.
I can't see another. There's not going to be another. No more than 2 this year. That'll do me, or maybe just 1.
All right. Well, Stephen, is in the next 10 years, is there going to be a 4 in front of it for our repayments? 4, like 4%.
Yeah, we will for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get 4 point something. We will get that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well, I hope it's all based on inflation. Depends what inflation's doing.
It's
depends
falling.
What happens.
It's falling. I tell you, I hope you're not this indecisive on Saturday when I'm just scheming across the field. If you're indecisive, you're off.
You promise?
Beaver, thank you very much, mate. One last plug. So it's Menzies Financial, is that right?
Menzies Finance.
Menzies Finance.
Menzies Finance.com. And you will definitely go over and have cookies, biscuits and tea with prospective clients.
Just write that, that's what you want when you go on the website.
Okay. Righto, Beav. Good on you, mate. Go well on the weekend.
Yes, wear your bright boots.
We all got a bit wiser. Thanks, boys.
There he is. Gotcha for life. Gets Aussies mentally fit through its digital and in-person programs. And this Saturday afternoon, we get down to 4 Pines Park for the annual Gotcha for Life Cup between the Sydney Roosters and the Manly Seagulls. And you may even spot a few famous faces, including Fletch, including the Beaver, taking on Lane Beachley and Cliffy Lyons.
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
Lane's a goer. You should see her get out from dummy half.
Yeah.
You thought Penny Wong had a left arm fan right foot step. Holy hell.
Okay, Joel Gould has been amongst it here for AAP. He says Pacific Championship schedule set to be announced. It's expected that Tonga will play Samoa in a blockbuster at Suncorp Stadium. The NRL expected to confirm the schedule for this year's Pac Championship soon, with the tournament coinciding with Australia's Ashes Tour of England. Both of the Kiwis games will be held in New Zealand, but the final is expected to be played in Sydney on November 9. Now, CommBank Stadium considered the most likely venue. All games are, at this stage, set to be played at 4 p.m. on Sundays. Now, okay, obvious question is going to be this. Pacific Championships. Tonga, Samoa, and New Zealand. And people straight away, they'll be texting in. I know this, Brian will be saying, why is the final not in New Zealand?
Yes. Can't tell you why. Can't tell you why, but they've missed the trick here. I'm thinking about it. We have the Barmy Army, the England cricket team coming out here. We should have had the Ashes out here coinciding with the cricket as well. And they could have just gone to town, build the crowds up, Barmy Army, in for the footy, in for the cricket.
Yep.
Get the juices flowing.
Yep.
Off we go.
So lead out with the footy. And for those who love both, come for the back end of the footy, into the start of the Ashes, and
put all the money in our economy.
What's the colour of a 2-cent piece?
Top silent, if you want, if you will.
Well, Everton, there's a new stadium in Everton, or Liverpool, Everton's new stadium. That's sold out. Leeds is sold out. Wembley's tracking pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
I'm saying they've done well, of course, but
next time.
Well, it would have been good. It would have been good. The cricket and.
But you're also kind of tearing the audience, right? So most of us grew up playing rugby league in the winter in Australia. Summer, you'd have the cricket. So you'd love both, right? So now you're sort of saying to people, okay, we're going to stay for the Ashes or we're going to go over there. It'd be massive. I reckon if you had the synchronised.
Swimming.
No, cricket are more established in this department, right? So it's kind of on us to follow them, isn't it?
Well, but I can see why they've done it too. The game over there needs a little bit of a
boost right now.
Bit of a boost. So going over there, I can understand it. I'm just because I've done a little bit of marketing.
Yeah,
in my time. So I'm just putting my marketing hat on.
I love your
marketing hat.
Can I just
say, with the final being at, let's say, CommBank, wouldn't you want to put it in New Zealand?
Of course.
At Eden Park and see what it gets?
Yeah.
Like, I think how many of the NRL games are played in Sydney? Well, you'd say 90 to 100, right? Over the course of a season, including finals. New Zealand have 12 games, maybe 13, depending on if the Warriors get finals. There's a couple of teams take some games over. This would be a great opportunity to see, okay, if we play a game in November in New Zealand with two of the Pacific nations, it's going to attract this many people. This is where we should be playing the game.
Of course.
And then you can go, okay, is there a chance of putting a franchise in that area, whether it's New Zealand or the Pacific, or playing a team out of Wellington that plays in Samoa, Tonga, Fiji? Can we stop using CommBank?
No, but you know what I would do?
Might be Dosh.
No, yeah, but what about this?
Yeah.
And timelines, all that sort of thing. But what about this? What about if we want to trial another Kiwi team? Yeah. We head south to the South Island, and we put the final there.
Christchurch.
I don't know, but where's the cake tin? I just want to.
Wellington, bottom of the North Island.
Yeah, like somewhere where we could put a team.
Yeah, just to see.
And just go, listen.
The Ghana interest.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Ghana.
Like, aren't we going to get it more out of that long term than just go to CommBank?
Maybe this was.
I know there's a lot of expats, all that. I get that.
But maybe also this is just the easiest thing to do. You know, players are all here. We're not going to have to spend money. Setting them up, sending them over. I don't know.
Yeah, New Zealand might be in the final.
Yeah, I don't know.
But also too, like you would find, it's not necessarily the New Zealand team full of Warriors players, is it?
But people are selecting to play for New Zealand. They probably want to play the final in New Zealand.
Yeah,
or
I agree.
You know what I mean? I know it's easy, but it's like let's develop it. AFL don't have this.
Can't have this.
Massive.
Can't have this and won't have
this.
How many teams are going to be in the Pacific Pac Championship?
3, round robin.
So
and then a final.
No Fiji.
No Fiji.
Okay.
Not in. That's the championships are Samoa, Tonga.
Okay.
Gotcha. It's pretty cool. Like it could really catch fire, couldn't it?
Yeah. This is the opportunity. This is red and blue. It's probably Origin 2. You know, like if they grow that.
Do you feel if the Bears are successful and they do go and tap into the South African market? Do you think there'll be a time where we're playing in South Africa?
Oh, wouldn't that be good?
For a World Cup?
Cape Town.
Yeah.
South Africa is sick. I mean, it's quite dangerous, as you know, but it is... you think we've got a good... Like the Hunter Valley and the Barossa?
Yep.
There's a place over there called Franschhoek, which is about, I'm going to say, 10 times bigger. It is off its head.
Really?
And you go to the cellar doors,
$1.20
for rosé. $1.20 equivalent, and you're full of eye, and there's a train. You don't have to get a train.
No.
So you don't have to drive or buses. There's a train that goes to each vineyard.
Wow.
It is. The food's unbelievable.
So tell me, Brian, like for the tourists who have not been to South Africa,
Cape Town,
if you do it right, can you do it very safe or not? Or you still got your guard up?
Joburg's hectic.
Yeah. Right.
Just got to be careful there.
So you don't want to be there.
Cape Town's grouse. Durban's good.
Yep.
And then you go to all the there's all the game parks, which is next level.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Have you ever seen two giraffes fight?
No.
The wrapping of the necks?
It sounds like thunder. Like they go, like they whack each other with their Gregories.
Yeah, wow.
Bang. And the sound of it, they're into it. The girls are into it too. The girls fight the girls.
What, do they?
Boys fight the boys.
Really?
It's like an all in.
Really?
But when you see giraffes fight,
we're in a magic round over there.
I'm in.
Wow.
I am in.
Wow.
It is obviously there are dangerous parts. There's dangerous parts everywhere. The food's unbelievable.
Wow,
Gosh.
that's great.
Yes.
That is great. 1300 01 1170. Hello to Adam on the text line as well. 0457 736 736 is the way to do that.
What's up, Brooks?
I can't believe you did a 5-minute spiel on South Africa. No accent.
You didn't even do it. Didn't have to.
No.
Didn't have to. It sells itself. You get the hecko. Further south you go, you get the real strong accents.
Do you?
Yeah. The garden route.
So Africa, as it's aptly named, South Africa is the most southern point of Africa.
Of the continent.
Of the continent. For
Yes.
those who didn't know.
And I've told you this, there's only one street in the world that has given us 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners. I told you this stat?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Ballerina.
Archbishop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali.
And half is.
Oh, yes.
They lived opposite
Zuma.
in Soweto. They lived opposite each other.
Wow.
One street, 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners.
So Marcello Montoya wants to know, is that 300 metres by car?
Or 300 metres by...
walking? Is it still the same thing? Call up too, by the way, Marcello. 1300 01 1170 is the way to have your say. Or text 0457 736 736. You're listening to The Run Home with Joel and Fletch. Before we go to the break, though, good news for you Tigers fans. Danny Wilder reporting for Channel 9. Jarome Luai had given his strongest indication yet that he is going to see out the full length of his contract at the West Tigers. So that's great. This next guest ahead of the third big match between the British and Irish Lions, taking on the Wallabies, so close, heartbroken, there at the MCG, and we chat to a Wallaby great himself. Stevie Hoiles, g'day to you.
Hey guys, how you going?
So many people may not know this, Steve. So you're a resident these days of the United States, and you're back here for the Lions tour, is that right?
Yeah, the great state of California. That's where I reside now, and been back for a couple of trips over the Lions series, which has been really, really exciting. Emotional, to be honest, but yeah.
What took you there, Steve? Why California? Was it all business? Of course, you're the director over there for rugby at FCLA. Interest as well, business-wise. But was it a partner? Was it business? What was the main reason for you to reside over there in California?
Yeah, it was a couple of things. It was the rugby opportunity to coach rugby FCLA in the MLR. I'd previously coached for a couple of years there with the LA Guiltinis, and we've got our business recovery. We've just opened a studio in Toronto. We've got 4 here in Sydney, and we're sort of looking to grow the business in North America. So 4 kids, and they've all been to schools previously in LA, and we really enjoyed it. We've gone back there and we're settled, and really happy that we're there.
Halsey, what about the game of rugby over in the States? Because we hear it's quite popular in colleges or in YMCAs. Is it like, are you getting many people to the games?
You get about the same crowds as what Sydney and Brisbane club competition will get.
Right.
So you get, I think you'll get up to 10,000 at the final, but most games are, that 2,000 to 4,000. Look, it's got a lot of opportunity over there, and currently there was an 11-team competition this year. It is a little bit volatile with team changes and being all privately owned, and each year there's a slight change to the competition structure. There's a lot of potential there, and there's a World Cup coming there in 2031, and it's a very physical competition because similar to what you're seeing in Test rugby at the moment, when you get a lot of interference from TMOs and officiating, and they're checking things constantly, that slows the game down. So it's a very physical version of, it's a tougher version than shoot shield. It's probably not as fast as shoot shield, and it's probably not as skillful, but there's an enormous amount of potential over there. It hasn't transferred into the national team success yet, and many people are trying to work out why that is the case and how that has to happen. But I do believe, like, to get it right in America, it's not necessarily about getting the competition coming over there. Like, that competition will never be like the Premiership or the top 14, but they need to find a way to get the Eagles competing at test level against the top tier nations, and that hasn't been the case since this professional league's come in. And a few reasons for that. One of them, I think, is the pace or the lack of pace in the game. They're not getting exposed to the speed of test rugby that they need to. But there's talent coming through. There's a good production line. It's a healthy sport over there. It's very popular in college.
Yeah.
It's very popular for women and sevens, but it's just they've got to find a way to make it progress to national teams improvement.
Hey, chatting with Steve Hoiles. Steve, this big notion that's blown up the last sort of 6 months or so, but gathering momentum locally, we're hearing about Ryan Pappenhausen, who he has spoken with them, apparently, the R360 or the Rugby 360. Have you got a personal view? Do you believe it's a legit threat to all of the stuff we're already doing here in Australia?
Yeah, I don't know a huge amount about it. I think it would be a bit naive to sort of make a judgment on it without knowing it. I believe it's legitimate. The people that are involved are legitimate people. Like, they're very well regarded in rugby. And I've long thought that something like this needs to come into the world of rugby at a provincial or a domestic level, because, whether we like to admit it or not, like Super Rugby, it's not what it once was, and it needs some type of change. My only skepticism of something like this is that I do believe rugby thrives when it's based on tribalism.
Yep.
And I don't know enough about this model to go, a game in a competition in Dubai this weekend and then another one in Miami and then over to Auckland. I don't know how that would get the supporters involved just enough. So I'm really open-minded to seeing something like that come into the game. I think we all know that the game is thriving at test level. Like, you only have to look at what's been going on the last few weeks. Like, the numbers are absolutely exploding. The World Cup's going to be phenomenal. It's just that level. Club footy's great, schoolboy rugby, and I know people will have difference of opinions and say you're from a healthy rugby area in the eastern suburbs. But overall, from what I've seen in my time in the last 5 years outside of being a player, rugby is very healthy in many areas, but it's not healthy where we see 70% of our TV games, and that's Super Rugby, and that's what needs to change. So, I think I'd be worried if I was, not worried. I'd be aware that some targets like Pappenhausen and players with rugby backgrounds in the NRL would be getting targets. That's just part and parcel of what we deal with. So, it's a global game, and it's thriving at test level, and it's just not thriving at provincial level in Australia and New Zealand at the moment.
Halsey, how do we change that? How do we get Super Rugby back where it was? Do they need to change? I've heard like some experts, or not experts, critics say they need to change the rules a bit, open it up, getting back to running rugby. How do we get people interested in Super Rugby again?
Yeah, look, I think law changes are difficult, Fletch, because as much as we think they're great and they can work out here and our market will love it, we've got to make sure it prepares our Wallabies for best performances at test level. And if we're not going to get the support of law changes from the Northern Hemisphere and World Rugby, then it's somewhat of a waste of time trying to do that. So I've been involved for so long, and there's been so many little law variations, and every time we think that they're positive introductions to the game, it doesn't really get taken on by the voting nations. Look, I'd like to see conversations around having Bowden Barrett available to play for the Waratahs and having enough money in the product to get Will Skelton back to playing Super Rugby, and Richard Mwanga potentially playing in Australia, and Angus Bell playing for the Crusaders. I think that would actually open up some excitement, finding a way to... It's such a world game now, and I think we're a bit naive to think that you have to be in New South Wales to play for the Wallabies. It's just not... It's not realistic anymore. I think the Springbok success have shown that. I understand the sensitivities around holding on to, making the best players playing Super Rugby, but I just think that fans will take a shine into, let's use Pappenhausen as an example. He'd be a draw card if he played in Crusaders. He'd be a draw card if he played for the Reds. So I think they've got to start thinking a little bit more rather than the traditional avenues of what we've used previously.
I agree with that, Brian.
Yeah, and is it a bit like, because I've been to one A-League game in my life, and it was when Del Piero was there. It was 40,000 at the stadium. Now, I had heard of Del Piero, but I didn't know who he was. But you could see the class as soon as he came onto the field. Do you think that would work, like a marquee player for every franchise we have here? Horsey?
Yeah, look, a lot of people leave Australian rugby. They don't leave Australia because of people love being in Australia. It's such a healthy country. So we would be a massive draw card to the superstars of the world, like Finn Russell. You saw what he did on the weekend. Yeah. And you can talk about all you like about the decisions that happened, but Finn Russell had 3 magical kicks. If you could sign Finn Russell to a Super Rugby side, that's a bums-on-seat signing. Anton Dupont, the best player in the world, is actually a minority owner of the Rugby SDLA team. Having those guys available to play in a competition down here would be enormous for the game. And, it's very difficult for the money because we can't afford what the European clubs can get, but that's what the game needs to do, find a way to make Super Rugby attractive again. Or the other option is, and, I think everyone's open-minded and wanting to see how that can look, go with a really look deep into a national competition. I'm a big fan of the club system. That sometimes they're the healthiest rivalries in our sport is the club footy, and I think things like that need to be explored. What you see in Europe, they play in the Premiership if you're in England, and then you play in Europe. You play in the top 14 for France, and you play in Europe. So you do jump between competitions like they do in English and European football. All those things I think need to be factored in. I don't think we've ever really gone down the path of a genuine national competition yet. There's been a few little test cases along the way, but whenever we've done a national comp in Australia, we've decided to launch 6 or 8 new jerseys for the fans to try and get their head around. We've got clubs all across the country, Perth, Canberra, Victoria, South Australia, Sydney, Brisbane. They've got jerseys that have been around for hundreds of years, Fletch. There's as much heritage of those jerseys there is of the Wallabies as there is of the Roosters and the mighty Tigers, Joel. So I think we've got to start using our current assets a little bit better.
Is there any seppos that we could turn into rugby players? You're seeing them firsthand.
Yeah, there's a very talented playing crop over there. Like probably what hasn't helped them as well. Like we talk about 5 teams in the Super Rugby for Australia, stretch our talent pretty thin at Wallaby level. There's 11 teams over there, so there definitely isn't the talent to have 11 professional teams. But I've got every bit of confidence that with the right pathway to the 2031 World Cup, the Eagles can be the Eagles can do what Japan did in 2019, and they can beat the South Africans in the 2015 like they did in 2015. But they can be done. They've got the athletes, they've got the talent. They've just got to get the infrastructure right.
Halsey, I want them out here playing for the Waratahs.
Yeah, we can get them out here. Well, that's the beauty about the MLR and the global season of rugby is that they can jump between competitions. So, it's look, a lot of them, Fletch, a lot of the guys that are playing in MLR are out here playing in Sydney and Brisbane competition, trying to pick up an extra 10 games. That's probably the biggest setback to them as pro footy players. They haven't been in 30 game seasons.
Chatting with Steve Hoiles, former Wallaby. We've not yet spoken about the Wallabies and the British and Irish Lions. What's your takeaways? And I'll ask you with this first question. Massive crowd there at the MCG. Not a stadium or venue designed for the rectangular games such as rugby and rugby league. Did you like it there, Hoilesley, or not?
Yeah. You know what? I'd played there once against the All Blacks in 2007, and I'd forgotten how good it was. And I walked away from that game. Besides the disappointment of a Wallaby fan, I walked away from that game, and I'd completely swung on the World Cup final needs to be in Melbourne. Wow. It's just alive. The whole city's alive, and no offence to Homebush, it's transactional. Yep. You're not activating out Homebush the week of the World Cup final. It was like there was so much red there and so much gold there. You would have thought it was the Crows versus Swans AFL Grand Final week. It was buzzing, and it was one of, if not the best environments I've ever seen for a test match. And that's probably why I think there was so much heartbreak at the end of the game, because it was just that it could have gone down, in my opinion, as probably the best win we've had post that World Cup semi-final in 2003.
Do you concede that, Brian, that's a big edge, right? So
Melbourne.
I've never heard that term used, but it's not a bad term from Steve Hoiles. ACOL can be transactional. For where it is.
It is, but Melbourne have got it set up beautifully. Yep. Everything is
perfect,
and it flows. We've tried to do it we got the train out there, but for whatever reason, it is tough to. There's nothing else around it. Like imagine if the Homebush was at Suncorp's perfect example.
Yep.
So if we had something like that, a big one at Moore Park where it is, That's where it's at.
Allianz fine,
Allianz
Steve,
is-
but you're giving away 50,000 people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Should
Yeah.
they? Should they
it's just,
build?
it's disappointing we didn't have more seats there.
Yeah, make it 60 or 70, but that was part of the deal. Anyway, Halsey, how's your? Tell us the benefits, because we know you got the. It's not called recovery anymore. What did you change the name to?
Well, it is. It's just spelled RCVRI.
Oh, okay. So it is still
play
recovery.
on words.
Play on words.
I like it.
Yeah.
So Halsey, my man is
It's a
Sugar.
rebrand. All the smart rebranders.
Yeah.
My man, Shug, all he does, so he goes to a gym, right? And he pays full freight to go to gym. But he just sits in the sauna for 25 minutes and then says that he's getting enough exercise without getting on the treadmill. Now, I want to go to you, Halsey. What's the benefits of a sauna for my man?
Sorry, before you answer this, I need to give you the context, right?
Like this is
I'm the
No,
most.
it's not, Halsey. This is honest question.
I think what Brian's trying to say is that I'm the most recovered person in history. I do all the recovery. I just don't do the part before the need to get recovery. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's value in just doing wellness, Joel. Don't sell yourself. Like you can do just that. Look, I'm not a Dr. Fletch, but I think we all. Funnily enough, I remember years ago when you were playing at the Roosters, I read an article. It was Craig Wing talking about how he prepared for a game, and he couldn't do saunas because it would dehydrate him. And how much we've learned since then. You know, now it's part and parcel of like saunas are good for you. You know, it's almost like if it feels good and it works. That's always been a bit of a theory for footy players, but like there's just so much information in this day and age, Fletch. I think there's as we get older, we can't train like we once did, but there's an enormous amount of benefit, not just physically recovering, mentally recovering. So, you know, Sugar might work a little bit hard on the weekend.
He works hard between 3 and 6 every day. I know that. He works a lot harder than me.
And 30 minutes in a sauna, that's all it takes. I don't need to be in for too long. I'm a sort of quick 1.5, 2 minute in a cold plunge and I sort of get a bit of a spark up. But yeah, look, it's been fun doing the business. It's helped us take us overseas, and it's enjoyable. It's hard work, but it's good fun.
Do the Yanks get around it? What are the Yanks into? Because there always seem to be. Actually, I've got a question for you. Have you heard of this methylation rort?
Methylation blue?
No. The methylation.
The testing?
Yes, the genetic testing where NFL players.
Yeah.
That's
what Dana White did, didn't he?
Not sure. I know Alison White did something similar. So, Halsey, is there any benefits into that sort of stuff? Because I'm a fad man and I'm desperate to get into it. Have you?
Look, I think if you follow Gary Brecker, I think I haven't done the methylation test, but I think it's worth doing. I think the more you know about yourself, Brian, both physically, spiritually, and emotionally, I think the better off you're going to be. So I'm a bit of a fad man too. I'm certainly not a doctor. I want your listeners to know that.
No, you'll do.
But you know, the testing, go get the test done, Fletch.
Okay.
You should be getting. Are you getting many blood tests, Fletch?
I have, yes, because I tried the BP 157, you know, the peptide.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know whether
tendon repair and stuff like that.
Yeah, the repairing stuff. I don't know whether it worked. I was flying for 6 weeks, but I think it was placebo.
But see, the fact that you say you were flying for 6 weeks, it worked. You should stay at it, Brian.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Hey, Halsey, next time, in fact, you know what you should do? Well, it's a bit late now, but Thursday night, tomorrow night, he's up the road. Halsey's up the road playing in the Legends game at North Sydney.
Oh, what about your Hemis? How are the Hemis going to go, Halsey?
You know what? I've actually gone and watched the Roosters grand final. I'm going to try and emulate Cooper Cronk, the one where he didn't make a tackle or get tackled. I'm going to try, but I'm going to do that without the ball playing in the magician side of it. I'm going to try and have as little as involvement physically as possible. And I don't think I've ever been as concerned for a game in my life because nerves normally indicate you care.
Yeah, and you got to
and what gets you through that is that
game.
you're prepared. And none of us are prepared, and I don't think any of us really care. It's about preservation. But it'll be, you know what? I think they sold 7,000 tickets.
Wow!
And the Classic Wallabies won in Melbourne. I didn't get to play that game. I stood on a stingray at the beach in LA 2 days before. So that ruled me out.
Is that a metaphor for something else in LA?
No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, it'll be a good night. I think if weather permitting, it'll be good fun. I know the Lions have got a few busted boys from last week, but there'll be two. I won't say fit and healthy. There'll be two fun and fired up teams ready to go tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Mate, Steve, thank you so much for your time, mate. We'd love to have you in studio at the right time. And I'll do you a deal. You play the game on Thursday night. I'll do your recovery Friday morning. There you go. How's that sound?
Okay, Joel. Reach out.
Go the Mighty Tigers, Halsey.
Thanks, Halsey. You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.